Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical here. It's going to be a casual video, not for everybody. I know some people get sick and tired of seeing me with Charlie, and that's my dog for you new people. You know, sometimes it's distracting in the video when I'm making out with Charlie, but I'm kind of relaxed right now. So I'll tell you the story of how, for those that are interested in Charlie, I get some private messages saying, hey man, you know, the dog's cool, or I'm thinking of getting a dog, and you know, that kind of stuff. That's for you guys. So basically, I think it's pretty clear that I love Charlie. The surprise might be that I would actually give a kidney. Wow, there's deer standing over here. Charlie, look at the deer. You see the deer? Look at Charlie when he looks at the deer. There they are, right there. Buddy. Anyways. So basically, with Charlie, I would give a kidney if he needed it. I would donate a kidney if it would work. I worry about the time Charlie dies because I'm sure I'm going to be a wreck. You guys will probably see me on the news. They'll interrupt your broadcast of Honey Boo Boo, and you'll see that they're reporting on a naked guy standing on a rooftop with a falcon crest on, screaming, why'd he leave me? Why couldn't he still be here? But I really love the guy. And the funny part about it is, I absolutely did not want this dog. Nobody did not want a dog more than me. Oh, Charlie. He hates this story. So, what happened was my wife, she's Asian, and she had never seen a golden retriever. And one day we were at my dad's house in California a long time ago, and he has a golden retriever. And she just came unglued. Oh, wait, I gotta have one, blah, 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 blah. On a side note, you gotta see a little bit of humor in the fact that my wife's Vietnamese, and I named the dog Charlie. So when I shout out Charlie's in the wire, I'm not kidding. He really is in the wire. But, Charlie. He's a good boy. He knows what I'm talking about. So she wanted this golden retriever, and I was like, hey man, you know, it ain't gonna happen because we're gonna get, you know, fur all over the house. I'll have to spend a couple $1,000 on a fence in the backyard. You can't go on vacations. It'll fucking destroy your entire life. And I just don't, no way. No, it's not gonna happen. You know, and then she never would stop. You know, oh God, I want a golden retriever. I want a golden retriever. So one day I gave in, man. Well, it was actually kind of a fluke. My buddy bought a golden retriever puppy, this guy, and he found out he was allergic to them. So I was at his house one day, and he goes, hey man, you want a dog? And I said, no, we're not looking for a dog. He goes, that's a golden retriever. And I'm like, oh shit. So I called my wife, and against my better judgment, I said, okay, here's the deal. I'll bring it home, but I don't want to know its name. I don't want to have nothing to do with it, man. This is your dog. You take care of it. What I didn't realize was that Charlie would select who he wanted as the, the alpha guy. So Charlie just stuck to me like glue. And, you know, before long, I was like, you know, get the fuck away from me. And before long, I started realizing that, you know, hey, he's kind of cool. And he was so easy to train. I mean, you know, he peed in the house one time, and I said, hey, don't do that again. And he never did. Same with taking a crap. His house broke him that easy. I started having fun with him, teaching him tricks. I mean, he can do everything, man. You shoot at him, he falls over, pretends like he's dead. All of it. He can find shit. You hide anything. You tell him, go find it. He'll look around the house until he finds it. He's like just so easy to train. Long story short, I ended up falling in love with the dog. Clearly, you can see that. I mean, I've got, you know, there's YouTube videos of me French kissing him, you know, and I do that in public with no shame whatsoever. And, interrupt just for a second, something I forgot to put in there that's important. It's a characteristic not just of Charlie, but all dogs. I mean, one of the things I realize is that a human being will literally smile at you, shake your hand, and talk pretty to you while all the time planning your murder or planning on how he's going to rip you off. You know, a dog, when they come up to you and, you know, they're friendly to you or they greet you, it's really 100% authentic. Everything is real about their love and their friendship.
And, that added to the fact that I realized one of the main reasons I decided to get the tattoo also of his face on my arm was when I realized that I can't really think of any human being that's ever made me smile literally 100% of the time that I've had him. I mean, that means that every day, at least, multiple times each day, this guy makes me smile. And it's funny, as I'm talking to you, it's like almost midnight as I'm recording this. And he's out in the backyard barking his ass off, so I'm going to go out and shoot him. I'm going to put a video at the end of this one where I shot him once. It's kind of cool. But I just wanted to throw that in. And what you're seeing here is just a couple of the places I take him swimming. Some of this was shot today. Anyways, back to the subject at hand.
The bottom line is, well, ultimately we ended up getting my wife a little Pomchi. That's Buddy in the back seat. We adopted him. He's a sad story too, but the good news is that he sticks by my wife like glue. When she gets home, man, it's just her and him. So both of them sleep in our bed. Charlie, sleeps with his arm around me, and Buddy sleeps with my wife. Now, Buddy was another story too, because what happened with him was the fire department rescued him from a hoarder's house. It was a mobile home, like a trailer park. A bunch of drug addicts in there, and her grown kids had kids, and there was a bunch of she was a hoarder. I mean, the trailer was like floor to ceiling of shit, literally. And the kids in the house were abusing the dogs. Now, Buddy, when we got him, his leg was broken. That's why his paw's crooked. His teeth were almost all kicked out. That's why his tongue sticks out. Half his lip was ripped off. We don't know what happened there. And he had been choked so hard that's why he has that weird bark. He sounds like an old coon dog. Pretty sad. So we got him, and he was an emotional wreck. I mean, he just sat there for a month, just with his eyes real wide, and he had never been outside in his life. He'd never touched the grass. He'd never gone upstairs. He didn't know how to go upstairs, and it was normal for him. He just jumped down and took a shit right on the floor, and I came unglued. And he's another one, man. He got housebroken very easy because he realized that I'd probably kill him. So one day he hadn't made a sound, and about a month into it, he started getting kind of confident, and he barked, and now you hear him. He barks at everybody, and he's all proud. He's got his house. He's totally he has some PTSD, I think, because he'll flash back to shit. If I'll move real fast, he kind of thinks he's going to get hit. But he was so terrified of me that I'd walk near him, and he'd just literally collapse and wait to die. So the way I broke Buddy, I'm talking about, the way I broke him of that was I put him on the bed one day, because he'd just sit wherever you put him. And I'd just walk out of the room, and I'd walk in real fast with my arms up in the air, and ow, that hurt. And he would just cower and wait to get beaten. And then I'd come in really loud, and then I'd go, "Hi, buddy," and I'd kiss him, and then I'd walk back out. I'd just come back and forth doing that about 20 times, and about the 21st time, he stopped freaking out. He realized, oh, this guy ain't gonna hurt me. He's just a big fucking guy. And now, he's just a perfect dog, man. I'm really happy we got him.
On some distant memory, thinking about my life, I went wrong, like I need more misery. Then you came around.
But the moral of this story is really sad, I think. I've always had dogs my whole life. When I was a cop, it the family always had dogs, and I would come home and every now and again, oh, hey, the dog died, and the kids were crying, and life was, a disaster. And my first response was, man, that's terrible. What's for dinner? I mean, I just didn't give a shit, I mean, it wasn't that I didn't like dogs, but I didn't love dogs. And anybody, I'd see people in Hollywood that would be taking their dog, getting braces and shit. Like, they're nuts, man. Or paying, thousands of dollars to save the dog's life. Look, man, now I'm a guy I got Charlie's face tattooed on my forearm. I mean, what? That should tell you. If you would have told me 10 years ago I'd do that, I think you're nuts. I just wish that I could go back in time and give every one of the dogs I've had my whole life even half the attention and love that I give Charlie. I feel sorry for them that they never knew that kind of attention and that love. So my message to those of you who are looking to get a dog, I'm sure you've had them in the past, but please don't do it unless you're fully prepared. I've got, this is like my third truck I've had since Charlie, and I just know right off the bat it's going to be covered with hair and sand, and I keep 20 towels in the truck, and I got these cheap, car seat covers on here, and I just, having hair and sand all over things is just a way of life, man. And I just don't ever I can't stand it when people buy a dog and leave him in the backyard and they think, oh yeah, I got a dog that's just sitting out in the backyard. That's so cruel. Anyways, that's my dog story. LMS Tactical, I hope you're having a good hump day and stay safe. I'm out.